Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, God. So I was kind of planning on playing, yesterday, and some crazy stuff happened, so, uh, I held off from it, so now I'm doing this fun stuff. I think I remember we already talked to everybody here in the group. I went over there in that corner because it exists. It's weird. I'm not questioning these things, neither should you. So let's go ahead and talk to the prison guard so we can go see Fordola. Because if I also remember right, I think we had the people outside this area were trying to call for her to be brought out so they could butcher her because she is the butcher. How nice. Can the commander's mission end then? Yes. It's a weird looking hat. I'm an eagle. Such an ass. Oh. The slow walking.
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men! And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it! You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
Oh no. That flag look cool.
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
No! That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please! You have to do something! My husband and daughter are in danger!
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of armed.
We're citizens! We have rights! I'm scared!
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
Traitors! Traitors!
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Fadola, please! You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods! What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
Jesus.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes, Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they?
Yeah.
Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a goddamn thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
She got forced to relive hours.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Because I choose to, for those I have lost, for those I can yet save. You know why you saw. I think it's the most correct response.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Sorry about that, I let my emotions get the better of me. It's just that she and I are of an age, and we're neither of us are of an age, and we're neither of us are one thing or another. Can't help but feel like she's my problem to solve. Past experienced such visions in the past had always seemed to be the most desirable talent, but I see now that as much of a burden as a blessing. Yep. I don't know if we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. And I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who's born with the Echo and one who's been artificially imbued with it? My only mortal friend has been scouring the research facility ever since Liberation. There's a chance he might have some answers for us. General Alden's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Ugh. Though it is weird when you get to relive Fordola's memories, because it gives you a better idea of why she acts the way she does. Like, very young, was pretty ignorant. Facts were kept from her parents because they didn't want her to be at risk. And all of a sudden, Guys are angry, start throwing rocks. Now, I don't justify that crap. That's stupid. Little girl doesn't know anything, and you're taking your anger that you lost a war and you're being oppressed on her. That's not good. Father gets, what I'm assuming is killed. And then after he dies, you sit there and see the guards, his Imperial guards. The one sits there like, okay, we're not doing jack anything. And the other guy's like, well, I really do want to do something, but my leader's telling me no. Well, then Zhed, will you be joining him? Yes. And then you kind of see how the others kind of react the whole time, like she tries to sit there and say citizenship means nothing. I need to be able to fight. That way I can prove to us and do good by her father. She felt like he died because of an inability to do anything. Come, let's talk to Robon. Although when she sees our characters, right, she's like, damn, you've dealt with worse than I have. What's new? Or what news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it. Yes, I suspect she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Narvel knows something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We're hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the science expert assistant. She had time to lend a hand. These bastards would fiddle with a man's very soul if it served their purpose. Nothing is sacred to them. Nothing. A race with no innate capacity to manipulate ether, the Garleans have conducted some exceedingly elaborate etheric experiments. I know. If I switch trial was held seems even more ominous now that you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked supply subject. One bears the label master subject. The Outcast received a request for the Alliance to analyze these devices. I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant, save that one right there. And like the others, the interiors have been fitted with array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Ooh. So the master subject, aka Cryo, who has access to the Echo and probably a higher level of skill with ether, was considered. Oh, wait a minute. You talked to that flame person over there? I didn't even notice there was a piece of paper over here. Idle conversation prohibited, eating and drinking prohibited. Fallen scrap of parchment appears to be a list of facility regulations, but nothing of interest. Oh. I didn't even know that was a thing. Huh. Why do they mark them here? So many bodies, every one of them a victim of these experiments. If you show any signs of external injury, from what we've been able to determine, they perish from forcible ether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Ooh. I know a little and less of science, so any light you could shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. I mean, shall we start with you? Yes, because I don't talk. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Cryo and Thancred, I'd begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The Hatswork procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multiple of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Cryo, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Cryo's echo? I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Cryo was possessed of unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. Soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door, night and day. She can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. Oh god. But you just don't see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain, imagine what it'd do to you. It would be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Sal was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Race Falgo's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those who lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like kind of a justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. It could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. Let's learn all we can of this godforsaken procedures. If Ferdola's remains are best source of information, she'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Oh god, my eye. Both eyes. They're bad. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you consider others to follow, you must believe what you're telling them. People respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. Understand? Thank you, General. Should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Most extracting ether from a living subject is invariably fatal. How many died that Fordola might gain her new abilities? I never know why I was given the echo, but this makes me want to put it to good use. I'll go looking for answers about the echo and end up getting schooled by Rabon. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lee. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but also know that I couldn't have convinced the mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble winning it back, might he not want to stay? There's a quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue the life they built in Ulda or start again in the land of their birth. Hydaelyn, a moment. Hey, look, it's Pippin. I nearly returned from Ulda with a message from the Sultana. Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. I must wait and tend to other business. Until next time, my friends. Always with Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we all like to know this, as I often know, but not as everyone is comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take notice, him, Hydaelyn. There's so much wrong if you decide to stay, but it's his choice, and I'm not about to try and persuade him. All he needs him to. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasure to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Armvald? I'm at your beck and call. I should get back to my own task. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Namo my regards, Hydaelyn. Or Nanamo. And us too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Making my way back. Good coffee. I need my wake up juice. Alright. It's been a while since we've been in Ulda. Been a long while. Neato. Okay, now I gotta remember how to get there. Who was it? This day? Yes. Yes, 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 that is the correct route. Alright. Alright, where's our boys? Ha, nearly there. Didn't work all the way there. I was hoping I was hoping I had time to end it like 1 second right when I got here. Alright, you were expected, my lady? Please proceed, of course.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
I remember the last time I was in here.
The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel. I speak of Rauban and his future. All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Ul'dah home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Rauban chooses to remain in Ul'dah or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
Yeah, I mean, I'll dip into it. Sounds like fun.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna die.
Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
Oh yeah, safe for travels. Oh good, your stuff's concluded now. Get out. That's all I read. Like, we're kind of pissy here in about 5 minutes when she walks out on you. It'll be funny from my perspective. Go to the quicksand. Go to the quicksand. It's easier just to run through here. And then head out the goddamn door. Hey, no random adventures in here. That's new. Hey, look, there's a random player. What do you think of... Was it Lilra? Merchant's daughter? This is the skies I dawn, which I lead the palace and serve my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papa Sean would accompany, but for this particular outing, I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the gates of Nold. Okay. Is there a random sack thing there? That looks weird. Is that a vase? Textures make it questionable. Textures make it questionable. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugee camps is in squalor, at the mercy of the elements of Thanalan's predators both. City's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is. And unless blessed by the hand of Nold himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the Calamity. Yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. Sultana, the blame falls upon me. Your hands have been tied, Your Grace. You've done your best, Your Grace. Then my best has not been good enough. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air. Oh, this time I'm actually gonna fly. Fly away. Far I got it. Considerable distance. Cannot fly no higher? Fake news, I can get up higher. Much higher I am. Flying high. Neato. And she should be what, right? Yep, there she is. She just spawned in. Oh yeah. What the hell is going on down there? It was here in this wholly unremarkable place that my mother and father met their doom. I was but a child at the time, my parents returning from an inspection of our interest in Eastern Thanalan, when an untimely rock-slide thrust their carriage. To this day, it's not certain if it was misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Raban once offered to reopen the investigation, bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' death were perpetrated by Monterist, I could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were beyond our reach. Thus I planned to strip the merchants of their power, place our nation in the hands of its citizens. Quite unaware of the consequences my action would have for you and yours, I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price of my naivety. I am no longer a child reciting words of disobedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monstrous damnable games. Oh, forgive my outburst. You are one of the few people whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let's return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. Is that one player still down there? Had to have been a player. There's no way that was not an odd character player. I don't know if it was or not. I don't see anybody. Huh. Interesting. Alright. But guys, I'm actually just going to end the episode right here because we're sitting out in the open and we're partway through this. I know last episode I made it a big extending episode. My god, was that episode long. So I gotta make up for going back to normal at some point eventually. So that guys, all I have to do is say this. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. When we come back, ladies and gents, more Final Fantasy XIV, and we'll continue on our fun little road helping Nanamo figure out stuff going on in Ul'dah. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.